right. Welcome to the Patriot Hour for Wednesday, August 28th, 2019. I am Michael, your host. If you're new to the channel, thanks for stopping by, folks, on this Wednesday midweek hump day update. Some articles we're going to go over here. Again, if you're new to the Patriot Hour, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for giving us some of your time. We're going to make this quick. We like to do tidbits, quick bits of information as it comes out, breaking what pertains. And the theme for August, right? Late July, mid-July, August has been elite pedophiles, which just a few years ago was a conspiracy, according to all the mainstream and pundits out there. It just didn't exist. I mean, these things exist. You know, we got kids that come up missing, kidnapped, even adults. We do have trafficking. It's an issue. We do have sex trade, sex slave trade. All these things exist, but people just don't like to put faces to who's running it. They like to think that the common man is evil. It's some white man somewhere that rose up and decided to, just start kidnapping kids, and what he does with them, nobody knows. No, it's all connected. There's always somebody at the tops of these organizations, okay? These are the new, just like if the mob back in the day, they'd kind of get involved here and there. They'd have their schemes, they ran, whether it was drugs or put the tax on people, 10%, 2% of what you make, we get for every building that gets built, we're going to get 2% of that overall cost. And that's what the mobs used to do. Now, these elites have taken it to a whole new level. They got rid of the mob. They didn't want any competition. The government shut down the mobs. And then they turn around and on these same scales do it in a much bigger, much organized, much more protected fashion. It's a highly organized network of blackmail. What was Epstein doing? Recording everybody. Why was this whole island had its own server network, cell phone tower, phony, fictitious? I mean, it all worked. But anyone on that island, near that island, anything coming in and out of their phone, I mean, at that point, there was probably full access. The minute you accepted that you'd work his network, their crap was probably in and out of your phone, duplicating it, copycatting every file, backing it up, and he had it all. Why? That sounds a little bit intelligence to me. Somebody working, that he was working for wanted something or everything on everybody that he ever came in contact with. I think we'll find out more. Maybe, of course, he's possibly no longer with us. That's the narrative. And when I mean that, folks, I think he's alive, Mike. Think what you want. And I'm not disputing that he might not be, or he might be alive. There's all kinds of theories. But what I'm saying is once the mainstream gives us this guy's dead, and then they've all they're not going to back off that. That's the order. That's what was given to them. They're going to stick with it. This army of satanic people, it's highly organized, and they know who they worship. They have no doubt. They have taken their oaths, and they will die for that. All right, they will die with that. They're ready to do their rituals and their day-to-day tasks to make sure that they succeed. Okay, it doesn't always quite make sense, but it doesn't have to. Not to them. Okay, so in light of that, again, if you're new, think for yourself. Always connect all your own dots. We're going to go over tons of different things here in the movement of going forward with truth, bringing you guys things. Never take what we say to be 100% word or fact. Do your own research, connect your own dots, watch all the videos you can, read everything you can pertaining to what you're looking into, but believe none of it, not a lick of it, until you alone can verify it. How does that work for you? Well, only you know what works best for you. All right. I'm going to go to display 3. That's wrong. Yeah, and this input I don't have. Made some changes here in the studio. Better moved a few monitors around, got some things, so it kind of messed up some of my settings. But I need a desktop capture here to show you guys, so give me 1 second. And I did this yesterday, but I just didn't save it, so therefore I'm back in the same situation I was in. All right, so this has got to be 1. Nope, it's got to be 4. Man, you have 4 or 5 monitors going. And they all got switched. Desktop. So it's got to be 4. There it is. And it's not. Well, let me move this over to 1. There it is. All right, I'll do that for you. That works. Okay, so accused pedophile Woody Allen seen popping out of convicted pedophile Jeffrey Epstein's mansion. This is about 8 minutes ago, folks. Now, I'm sure you guys are familiar with Woody Allen. I don't know if you're familiar with the fact that he married his ex-wife's daughter. All right, when they got together, the daughter, she was adopted. And was it who was his ex-wife? It was Mia. Yeah, so I thought Mia Farrow. All right, so when they got together, Woody and Mia, the daughter was adopted by Mia at 7 years old, 6 years old. When her and Mia and Woody got together, the daughter was 7. So I don't know if Mia had gotten her for 6 at 6 years old. Bottom line is, when they got together, the daughter was 7, adopted daughter of 7. He is now married to that girl. All right, and this has been known for years. This isn't any secret. Just some don't care or haven't heard. It has never really been pushed around by the media. You'd had to do a little digging to know this. So there's the disgraced, sick man. Yeah, you heard me right. That's my personal opinion. All right, so the list of people caught associating with Jeffrey Epstein after he did time for pedophilia keeps growing. From Bill Gates to Prince Andrew. Bill Gates absolutely refuses to admit why he was on the plane. And this was well after, Gates flew in like 2013. So it was after his 2008 conviction, So from Bill Gates to Prince Andrew to Ed Barak. The list of famous names associated with Epstein now includes filmmaker and accused pedophile Woody Allen, who was seen exiting the financier's Manhattan townhouse after December 2010 party in honor of another accused pedophile, Prince Andrew. Allen and his wife, Soon Yi Proven, who ex-wife Mia Farrow adopted when she was 8. My bad, I was saying 7 the whole time. When she was 8 years old, were seen leaving the soiree. However, the two were spotted leaving the mansion on more than one occasion during Prince Andrew's stay, according to the Daily Mail. In 2017, Allen's adopted daughter, Dylan Farrow, wrote an open letter to the New York Times accusing Allen of sexually abusing her when she was just 7 years old. Okay, so there's where I'm mistaking 7 to 8, but they got it. She was adopted at 8. They must have had her in possession before 8. There you go. So Soon Yi came to Allen's defense in 2018 New York Magazine profile, calling Dylan Farrow's accusations so unjust. Farrow hit back, posting in a statement on Twitter, "Woody Allen molested me when I was 7 years old. Part of a documented pattern of inappropriate, abusive touching that led a judge to say there was no evidence. I was coached and that it was unsafe for me to be in Woody Allen's presence." Wow. Read a little more of this. Okay, so the original article coming over from Zero Hedge, Tyler Durden. So we just kind of read some of that. I'm going to go down a little bit. 7 years old. So Pharaoh hit back with this tweet right here. Dylan, my statement on the New York Magazine. Woody Allen molested me when I was 7 years old, part of a documented pattern of inappropriate, abusive touching that led a judge to say there was no evidence. I was coached, and it was unsafe for me to be in Woody Allen's presence. The author has written about her friendship and infatuation with Woody Allen. The idea of letting a friend of an alleged predator write a one-sided piece attacking the credibility of a victim is disgusting. When New York Magazine contacted me, they described multiple obvious falsehoods. The author even suggested that my mother bribed me to lie with a doll that was not manufactured until years later. The story still includes bizarre fabrications about my mother, while failing to mention that a prosecutor found probable cause of abuse by Woody Allen. So think about this. You got the person that's accusing, and then, of course, you got Woody, the guy that's being accused, and then you got the media that has nothing to do with it. They're jumping on Woody's side. She made it up. She was promised a doll. And like she said, it wasn't even made for 4 more years. So you got that story wrong. This is time and time again, whether it's a false flag, a pedophile cover-up, Pizzagate, any of these things that we're all told are lies, they're conspiracies, you're a crazy, you're a wacko. It's all coming out, folks. We've had touches of people in Hollywood. Harvey Weinstein. We see how big that is. It's not little. That is like a master, casting couch guy. That literally had everybody involved. If you wanted to be anywhere near on his A-list in his movies, they owned a third of Hollywood's movie production. All right, so you needed to play along. These people that have been blackmailed, partook, they're ashamed. Like we said, these actors, they're on all different levels, folks. You always wonder, whatever happened to this guy? Well, he got tired of playing the game, and therefore you don't get roles anymore. You can sit at these levels and never really move up and never really go anywhere. But the ones that thrive, look at the biggest names in Hollywood. They only do a movie every 3 years now. People at the very top, like Tom Hanks, right? He only has to do a movie every 2 to 3 years, but these movies come out, he gets paid $100 million. The movies aren't always that great. What is he doing? What is he doing in the other 2.5 years? But for that, he's hanging out with these people, rubbing shoulders, actually showing up to the parties where other people will not. And then, there's that whole culture shock in Hollywood as well, as everyone knows what they've done. And if you know that somebody's way above you and rose to this level, you know what they're doing, and you yourself think that they're disgusting, that you wouldn't do that, but you've done tidbits of things that you're not so happy with in yourself either. So that gets to people, all right? That's why we've had people that fall off, people that refuse to do the simplest things. You can look like Dave Chappelle. One of the last movies he did years ago, he came in out of nowhere. There was a dress hanging up in his set, and he refused. And they said, well, we wrote this in overnight. And he's like, this wasn't in the movie when I took on, when I agreed to do this. And here, halfway through the shoot, there's a dress hanging in here, a whole new added spot in the script. Yeah, the director wants you to get into a dress. And he refused. And then they told him they'd ruin him by the time, they got into some argument with the main production people, the head of it all. And he was ruined by the time he got on a plane and flew back to California. They had put it in the media. They got the arm of the media. He's a crackhead, he blah, blah, blah. And then we didn't hear from him for like 4 to 5 years, right? They can do a lot of damage in a really short amount of time. That's the power. That's how it works. You guys are aware of that. All right. So again, just to let you know, as the Mail reports, December 2nd, dinner was held at the mansion, second floor of the dining room. TV anchor Katie Couric, once the highest paid female presenter in the U.S., sat alongside comedian Chelsea Handler, a close friend of Gwyneth Paltrow and Jennifer Aniston. Also, there was George Stephanopoulos, a former White House communications director under President Bill Clinton, turned $15 million a year ABC News host. So we can add the above names to the list of people with no problem hanging out with this known pedophile. The soiree is believed to have also been attended by Ghislaine Maxwell, GM. All right, you look at the flight logs of Epstein Lolita Express, the GM that you see on there, almost every flight is Ghislaine Maxwell, the daughter of the disgraced media tycoon Robert Maxwell and Epstein's one-time girlfriend. Multiple Epstein accusers have claimed that Mrs. Maxwell procured girls for the perverted millionaire seen right here. She denies the allegations. Of course she does. So guests would have walked past bizarre erotic artwork en route to the dining room with its gleaming mahogany table, including a painting of Bill Clinton, the devil in the blue dress, and the red heels. A reference to the outfit worn by Monica Lewinsky when she performed a non-sexual relation act upon him. Sounds like quite the gathering, folks. Quite the gathering. So we're going to keep those names in mind. These associates of this devil, little devil in the flesh, pedophile Epstein. All right. This guy was, these people they all have lost souls. They have all don't expect any, I get people that ask all the time, when are the mainstream finally going to flip and start doing the right thing and telling us the truth? No, I don't expect it. Some of them have, some of them will. Very few. Most will go down with the ship, folks. What don't you understand about that, all right? We all know the liar in our personal lives that will not, no matter how much evidence you throw in his face, no matter how, you could have the, in today's technology, you got cameras and Ring doorbells, and you can literally catch these people, and they will say that photoshopped, edited, Adobe. Well, gee, you make videos, Mike. You have that technology. You did it. No, it's like you did this, and they'll still deny. That's how funny it is. So don't expect anything else out of these elitist. All right, they're not any more moral. They're actually less moral, more tricked, more bamboozled than anyone else. All right. That's the bottom line. They have fallen for the deception more than the average person that they try to decept. They believe in it. That's just the cold, hard facts. All right, we're going to shut this one down. We're at our mark again. Thanks for joining in, folks. We truly appreciate it. And make sure you're subscribed. There'll be some more videos coming out throughout the day today. And we'll see you back here real soon on the next Patriot Hour update video. God bless. Godspeed to each and every one of you. Have a great morning into your afternoon. Enjoy hump day, folks. Halfway through it.